Yo, welcome back to the Mac Sports Attack. I'm the Mac himself, Marvin Allen Cox. Here we go. Day 2 of Super Wild Card Weekend. We got 2 exciting games today, 2 exciting matchups today, and you guys are asking for my picks. So here we go. Let's start the show. A little Cody Rhodes reference here in Atlanta. We got the Cowboys. The Dallas thinks they're going to win the Super Bowl every year. America's team, star on our hat, Cowboys versus the Green Bay Packers. But this Green Bay Packers is different. First year without one of their GOATs, Aaron Rodgers. And they have the youngest playoff roster in the NFL. One of the youngest ever. And they are going to AT&T Stadium in Dallas, where Dallas plays incredible. Dallas Cowboys are a way better team home than away, and they barely ever lose at home. So that is a big advantage. But we got a stat for you here, where the Green Bay Packers are undefeated in AT&T Stadium against the Cowboys in the playoffs. 4-0. The only team to be undefeated with 4 or more wins against the Cowboys in AT&T Stadium. But the problem is, all of those wins were with Aaron Rodgers. So is it a team accolade or is it an Aaron Rodgers accolade? We will see today. Who are we picking? Man, I don't know. One thing to me is the Green Bay Packers, they have a lot of young weapons. They just don't have a clear-cut, defined weapon. You know, every other team playing today, the Lions got Amon-Ra St. Brown. You know, the Cowboys got CeeDee Lamb. Who else is playing today? Yeah, everybody has a clear-cut first, choice, dominant wide receiver. Or the Rams, they got Cooper Kupp and they got Puka Nacua. And, with Romeo Doubs and Reed and all those players on Green Bay, it's just no one has really established that I'm that guy. And with the Cowboys playing so much better at home, their secondary is very solid when they play at home. And I just feel like, I don't know. I don't trust Jordan Love, personally. I know there's a lot of back and forth for Jordan Love. He's on his way to be the next quarterback GOAT in Green Bay history. They've done it again. And then there's people like me who's like, I don't know. I don't see it yet. I haven't seen him win a high-pressure game. I haven't seen him be dominant in any of their wins recent, memory. And Mike McCarthy knows that if he loses today, his ass is fired tomorrow. There's a lot of speculation that if he loses today, Bill Belichick might be the call to take his job. So I just think there's going to be a lot of motivation for Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott is tired of hearing he can't win in the playoffs. The Cowboys are tired of winning. They can't win in the playoffs. They feel like the Niners is somebody they hate and they want to get retribution. They want to beat them in the playoffs and they think they're Super Bowl bound. So I think the Dallas Cowboys are not only going to be hyped up with all the pressure on them, but they're going to be hyped up playing at home. I just don't see Green Bay having enough assets and weapons to compete with the Cowboys, because I think the Cowboys are going to put up points. I think Pollard is going to be running for 80-plus yards. I think CeeDee Lamb is going to have a CeeDee Lamb day, 80 to 100 yards receptions with a touchdown. I just think today, Dallas cannot be stopped by Green Bay. I don't trust their running back. Aaron Jones has been hurt all year, very, very wishy-washy. I just don't trust Green Bay at all. And I'm going with the Dallas Cowboys to dominate and win convincingly today on Super Wildcard Sunday. That brings us to the primetime game. One of the biggest storylines in the playoffs. The Detroit Lions versus the LA Rams. Why is it such a big story? Well, Jared Goff, previous quarterback of the LA Rams, won a Super Bowl there, and they just thought he's not good enough to keep it going. He's not good enough for Sean McVay's offense. And they went ahead and said, we need somebody who is good enough. Matt Stafford was in Detroit, played for a lot of shitty teams, had a lot of losing seasons, even though he showed a lot of promise, especially when he was with Megatron. And it just never worked out for him. So they said, hey, you're a great quarterback who hasn't won. We think you can fit our system. Come over here and we'll give you some rings. And guess what? It happened. So they threw Jared Goff to the curb to Detroit. First year, they was getting it together. But ever since then, Dan Campbell has had this team cooking. They've drafted well. They have a great offensive line. They got a great defensive line. And it's showing, man. So Jared Goff, does he want revenge against his old team? Does he want to prove to them that I am good enough? I mean, it's, 3 years later. You're a lot older and you've developed. But LA Rams won the trade. I don't care what anybody says. Yes, they got Jahmyr Gibbs. They got a lot of talent for the picks that they gave Detroit. But at the end of the day, it's about the ring, baby. It's about the ring. And the LA Rams won the ring with Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford loves Detroit. So his heart is there as well. And I think he got a little pissed off with a lot of people. There's been this big Detroit Lions page. I don't know much about Detroit, so I'm not going to pretend like it's a very prominent page. But it did get a lot of clicks and a lot of views that they said, let's ban Matthew Stafford jersey from the stadium today. We even got the video. Google it. It's on YouTube. Last night, Eminem put out a video begging Matt Stafford to let them have just one. So the city of Detroit is pumped up. They're riled up. They finally win a playoff game. It's been a while. And listen, Matthew Stafford has nothing to do with that. I got traded, and my job is to win. And he loves the city, so maybe for him, he's thinking, hey, winning in Detroit on the LA Rams is good enough for me because I never got to win in Detroit when I was at Detroit. So I don't know, man. This one is a very big toss-up. This one is a close one. Aiden Hutchinson is a big deal to me. If he starts and is healthy for the Detroit Lions, it makes a world of a difference, in my opinion. But Aaron Donald is still dominant. I don't know. I feel like people forgot about him. Puka Nacua having the best wide receiver rookie season ever in the history of the sport. Cooper Kupp maybe wanted to tell the world, hey, I'm still Cooper Kupp. And as he had a couple weeks to get healthy and get, the juices back flowing. So who we got, man? Damn, I want to pick the LA Rams so bad. I really do feel like they got the experience. Matthew Stafford is going to play with a light on his ass, even though he doesn't play for Detroit no more. It's just him loving the city and playing in the stadium again. Nacua and Cooper Kupp, I think, is going to have great games. But I'm going with Detroit. I'm going with the Detroit Lions with the freaking home field energy, with them hosting their first playoff game in Detroit since the 1990s, finding a way to feed off that crowd energy and just have a little bit more juice to take them over the top. So my picks today for Super Wildcard Sunday, I have Green Bay losing handsomely to the Dallas Cowboys, and I have the Detroit Lions using the crowd energy to squeak one out against the LA Rams. That is my picks for the day. Let me know your thoughts. Who you got winning? Am I crazy? Am I crazy for thinking this way? Thanks again for tuning in to the Mac Sports Attack. I am the Mac, Marvin Allen Cox himself, and I'm out.